Want to learn how to make these super cute tic-tac-toe games with your Cricut? I'm going to show you how.
Today I'm going to show you how to make a tic-tac-toe game using your Cricut Joy, or any Cricut machine really. So I've got these little bags, these burlap style bags, and they're only small. They're a little bit smaller than I actually wanted them to be, but they will work okay. So you'll need enough bags to make as many games as you're planning to make. You'll also need something for markers. I actually got these adorable little mouse-shaped buttons off of Temu, which is a site where you can get things relatively cheap, blanks for crafts and whatnot. So these are perfect because I'm actually making these as fish extender gifts for our upcoming Disney cruise. So if you haven't been on a Disney cruise, fish extender is kind of like a secret Santa where you exchange gifts with a bunch of different cabins, and often they are Disney themed. So that is the reason I am making these, but you can make them for any purpose really. So the other things that you will need other than your bags and your markers is obviously your Cricut machine, cutting mat, unless you're using smart vinyl. I have run out of my black smart vinyl, so I'm just using normal heat transfer vinyl today. And of course your weeding tools. And you will need a heat press as well. So let's get to design space, and I'm going to show you how to make your tic-tac-toe bags. So we start off with a shape, just so that I can make sure I've got my size right. So I'm just going to get this square, and I am going to make it 3 by 3 inches. And just to make everything a little easier to see, I'm just going to expand the size of my screen. Just increase that percentage. Okay, so that is the area that my tic-tac-toe board is going to go. So then I'm going to go into images, and if you do have the Cricut Access subscription, there's a lot of free things in there. Otherwise, you can also download your own version and add it in. So let's see what we've got in here. Alright, so there's lots of options. So if, for example, if I put this free option in, there isn't any there. So what I would do instead is go to somewhere like Creative Fabrica and see what you can get from there as well. So I am going to go with this one. Add to canvas. And then I'm going to resize my tic-tac-toe lines to fit inside that box. Alright, perfect. Oh, actually it's slightly bigger. It'd be easier if I just do this. I could have done that without the box really. Okay, so we've got that ready. Now I'm going to create some text. Just going to resize this one. Okay. And change the color because I want them to all cut in the same color. And I'm also going to create a little Mickey head. So, you know, obviously you can't really use licensed products for personal use. You know, you might choose to find something you download on the internet and use that instead. But I'm going to be a little bit cheeky with how I do this. So I'm actually going to use shapes. A bit bigger. Alright, I'm going to duplicate that circle so they are the exact same size. I want them to line up. That doesn't look quite even. Obviously there's guidelines here, so I'm just trying to use those. Alright, that to me looks pretty much like a Mickey Mouse head. So what I'm going to do now is combine those shapes. There we go. And change the color to black. And then I'm going to resize this one because I only want it to be relatively small as a little extra decoration. Okay, great. So those are all of the shapes that I want. So this will go on one side and these two will go on the other side. Okay, let's make it. So I'll be using the mat, and I'm using the longer mat today. So this gives you the chance to move things around on your mat. And that way you can be a little bit thrifty with your materials, because it's a lot of wasted space at the side otherwise. So I'm actually going to put that there. There's not a lot I can do with this one. You don't want them too close because it gets a little bit trickier, but there we go. So that is saving a little bit of room on the mat. And then it's really important that you hit mirror. So an essential part, otherwise your words are going to be backwards. And we don't want that. Alright, continue. So connecting to my Joy. Browse all materials. And I'm just going to choose Everyday Iron-On for this, since I don't have any more Smart Iron-On. Okay, it's reminding me to put the mirror on, which I know that I have. So when you're using iron-on vinyl, you need to use the glossy side face down on your mat. Just going to put that on there. So that way the mat side is facing up. Make sure it's stuck on there really good. And then load our mat. Okay, now time to weed our designs. I've got my weeding tool here. So I've got my little bag here, and I've actually put inside of here a piece of parchment paper just to protect the bag, and I've just used the Cricut to smooth that out just so that it doesn't have any wrinkles in it. All right, so lining up your tic-tac-toe board, and my easy press is ready, and I'm just going to put the parchment paper over the top, and this one, press the button and apply firm pressure. And that says counting down 30 seconds as per the heat guide. Heat setting to use, you can come to the Cricut heat guide and it'll tell you exactly what. So you choose what you're using. So in this case, I've got Everyday Iron-On and these bags, muslin sort of material. And I'm using the Cricut mat and ply, and it'll tell me here. So you can switch depending on where you live. So Celsius for me here in Australia. And that's what you set your machine to. Now we just give that some time to cool, and once that is cool we can lift that away and hopefully it has stuck on there nice and firmly. All right, so that's had a bit of time to cool down. Let's make sure that it is stuck. There we go, so cute. All right, then flipping it over and putting our other little decorations on there. I've not worked out how I'm going to position these yet. Do I want Mickey at the top? I think I like Mickey at the top. And tic-tac-toe there. Now obviously if you are making these as gifts, you can also personalize them for each person as well, which just adds that extra little element of, you know, customization. It makes them more personal. So that's also a fun option. I haven't done that for this one, but I may go back and add the names somewhere on them. Okay, so we need to repeat that process. All right, parchment paper on, heat press on, and pressing the button. Making sure that your heat press is sitting back a bit so that it's not sort of elevated where the string of the bag sits, because then you won't have that really smooth, flat pressure applied evenly. That is done. And again, we leave that to cool down before we peel it away. There's our bags already, and they are adorable. So then there we go, I won. But that's how it looks as an end result. A really simple game, perfect for travel as well. So it's a really simple gift idea and perfect for your fish extenders. So I hope you have enjoyed that tutorial, and if you have, make sure you do give it a like and subscribe, because I will be doing more tutorials like this with Cricut and with other craft related tools, so you won't want to miss any of those. Thank you so much for watching. Bye everyone.